Hello, everybody. My name is Pirate Foxy, and welcome back. So today, you can see we're in the testing world, and well, it's because I wanted to test stuff, obviously, duh. But I wanna mess around with potion brewers because I don't really understand them, and I want to make a potion brewer because mainly, really, well, let me show you. Actually, I don't know where I'm going with that sentence, but let me show you. But this thing. So this is an automatic potion brewer. And this is an old design. It still works, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, I don't know who designed it off the top of my head. I will put it up if I can find it. But no, it's not mine. But this is an old design that still works to this day. And, well, I really want to replicate it. Because you didn't even have to put in, nether wart. It would do that itself, too. I really want to build my own version of this. That would work with all the new stuff. Because if I can grab the potion brewer over here... there's all this new stuff, like spider eye. I mean, not spider eyes, that's not new, but wind rods, cobwebs. It should just be string. I wonder why it's cobwebs. Either way, there's this stuff here, and I want to add it. Now, frankly, it should be easy enough just to modify this design, but I literally don't understand any of it. I mean, I guess it's pretty straightforward to follow. But I want to try to take a crack at my own. It's probably not going to be as complicated as this one, but I like one that has all the features. But like I said, I don't understand potion brewers at all. So we're going to start with the very most basic, which is probably something I can build from memory. And then we're going to reinvent the wheel, which is kind of my plan. So that's what we're going to do. Yip, yip, hooray. I want to start with the very most basic thing, which is just an automatic potion brewer that should just be dispensers and hoppers, basically. Like I said, I'm not sure how it works. I don't even know if I need to lock the bottom hopper, which I'm a little concerned about, but we're gonna find out. Let's say I do a potion brewer like this. So I have a double chest here, a hopper here, and then well, items have to go in the top. So this will be items. I think if it's from the back, it's water bottles, and if it's from one of the sides, it's blaze powder. Like, just to check. So we're just gonna grab a stack of this, throw it in. Yes, it's going down. What if I put it in here, though? It's also going down. So which side the blaze powder is coming from doesn't matter. But if I do water bottles, does it have to be... The water bottles have to go in the top, too? No, they don't. Okay. Oh, but I do have to lock the bottom hopper, though. Okay, wait. Let me see if there's a nether wart in there, if it'll automatically lock the hopper. That might be... I still have to lock the hopper, but maybe I can have a button press be what throws in the water bottles, Like, just to see. No, they're still just flying through. So I have to lock the bottom hopper. That's kind of annoying. What? The ghouls just activated itself. What? Why did it do that? Either way, so that's a problem. I mean, fairly simple. Is there a way, can I detect? Is it detectable? It's always detectable. Okay, so let's just, okay, if I do something like this. This is someone's design. I'm reinventing the, that's okay, it's okay. I'm allowed to reinvent the wheel. Using this design, if I were to take a repeater signal out of this hopper, it might not be quick enough, but shouldn't this, like, basically be an item sorter system, right? If I'm, like, not going insane. But that means whenever something is detected in this, like, hopper, it will automatically lock. Of course, an awkward potion can't go through because they can only go in on the side. Where then... Okay, I'm rebuilding something I built before. I got a feeling. Don't give me a Monday potion. Just give me water. But that way, this hopper will always be locked. And it will only unlock when there's an item in here, and an item won't go in. And so... Oh, it's a genius. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Okay. I think I've done did it. So, and then, so it activated this. Okay, now the gunpowder. What? Wait, why is the, oh, because, okay, that was my fault. That was my fault for not taking the gunpowder out. Oh, I just remembered how you're supposed to build these. I really did reinvent the wheel. Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay to reinvent the wheel, by the way. I'm not complaining. No. Like, that was the point. I thought I'd be reinventing the wheel, but I know what I did wrong. The science has led me astray my whole life. you're supposed to switch these. So the way this would actually work is instead of having nether wart, it would be your ingredient of choice. So golden carrots would be first because we're making night vision potions. And then it would be gunpowder because I wanted to make it a splash potion. I see now. I'm remembering who I'm stealing from. But you do it in this order because what you're supposed to do is prime the thing with a nether wart. So now, when I turn this on, it'll be making splash potions of night vision. Yeah, okay, wow. Oh, I didn't reconnect that. Oopsies. But now when I do this, it'll genuinely be making splash potions of night vision. This is genuinely just a boxier versions of Impulse's design. Which is okay. It's like I said, I'm gonna be reinventing the wheel, but now I know how potion works. That didn't make sense. But now I know how to build a machine. Like, I know the fundamentals, but oh my god. We're basically gonna use a sort of the same principle kind of thing to get the next machine to work, which is how we're gonna start it. Because I do know the one I showed you guys way at the beginning of the video actually uses a timer, but I want to avoid that because, you know, let's say you want to build this on a server and then a tick delay breaks something. That is going to break the farm. So, like, you know, a little lag is going to break the farm. Not in a single player world, but in a server, yes. So I have to have the same kind of chest setup as we had. So I guess it'd be easier to do something like this. But it would also be, it wouldn't repeat, though. This one's not meant to repeat like the other one, I guess. So I could also just not have it do that. I could have a repeating mode, but I guess I just need it to be locked till it's done brewing. Either way, we'll worry about that later. Right now, I need to have, let's just say I have a chest for blaze. Oh, how do I put blaze powder into this? Because how many items are there now, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I want spider eyes to be included. So let me, so to divide this, I then want a wall. So I need some blocks. Give me anything that I think looks like. Give me bricks. Bricks are nice. And I want it to have the same features the other one did. So we'll have a wall like this, 14, 15, 16. And on that very bottom layer is going to be buttons. And then it should be item frames right here containing each item. Which this one I will pre-plan out the item frames. So the only issue is spider eyes, I guess. That's the only thing that is gonna be weird, because the whole system should work, but spider eyes might have to be special. So I might do fermented spider eyes last. So that's the best thing I got. Which one of these would have like ingredients? Okay, I guess it would be under here, right? It does. Okay, literally a full list of them right here, mostly. Well, I guess for ease, I'm gonna follow the list as it is in here. So I'm gonna do these last. I don't really care. These are all like weird, odd use cases I might want. So I'm not too worried, but I'm gonna have all the regular potion ingredients. And then I'm gonna have those. Oh, I might not even be able to do fermented spider eyes because that has to be without nether wart. So I'd have to make a button. Well, I guess I am making buttons, but I have to make a special thing that's not connected to the rest of the system just for fermented spider eyes. That would just send just them through. I'd be okay with that, but I don't really want to do that. I'm assuming it's a slime ball. Right, it has to be a slime ball, right? Like, I'm not insane. It's not a slime ball. It is a slime block. Really? That's insane. I mean, I guess it's not that big a deal, but that's insane. Oh my god. And then I am just gonna put spider eyes at the very end. It feels weird putting the new stuff first, but I'm gonna have to. Because I have to make the spider eyes its own system. And then I don't know how many blocks I'm gonna need. I might have screwed myself. I might have to change this. But then I want to do another. I'm gonna do one space for now. But then I want to do another row that adds in the modifier. There we go. Okay, so this is just gonna. If I do it like this, that way, right when you. Oh man, I wasn't quick enough. That way, right when you flick the lever, it's just gonna tell you. So it's like, oh, which one's on? I sure wonder. Well, I have to get it to go up, no matter what. Well, that's not gonna work. Something like this would work, though. And then, aha! Because really nice about these is it also keeps my pick separated. So that way, only my pick changes, you know what I mean? So it's like, let's go, oh, I wanted to, let's say I did this. let's say I did this, right? And then the hopper line, or the dropper lines, like, right, goes along like so. So that way, when I had 2 droppers, this would only activate. Okay, let's just do the 3rd one right here, just to say I did. But that way, it'll only activate the middle one, right? So let's just fill these up appropriately. And that way, when I press the middle button, only this one would fire, right? Did it even fire? Oh. Okay, well, that didn't work like I need... that doesn't matter then. Cool. Well, I could have it go into a block, which then goes into... Oh, wait a second. This might still work. I might just not be able to have lights. I'm gonna press the middle button, and then all 3 of them are gonna activate again, because it's gonna... Yeah. So I should have gone 1 more block over and have it going into a block, because that way it'll direct the signal into a single block. Well, hey, only 2 fire. No, the breeze went in. Okay, so wait. I can fix this though. This is fixable. Actually, if this works, this is the entire main system. I mean, okay, the lights don't work, but I can. Well, okay, I don't know how to make that work. But if the lights don't work, then that's a different issue though. I think I know how to make the lights work. Cheating a little bit and using some past knowledge, I know how to make the lights work. But that way, now only a cobweb should go through. Yeah. Okay, and then let's say I do a spider eye next. Only a spider eye should go through. Yeah, okay. I did it. So that is the entire... That's just system 1 done. Okay. Oh, no. You could see my... Okay. My idea is that with the block to the right of it being powered, it would power it this way. If I go 1 higher on everything, it'll let me use this. That way I can then do the check, right? Okay, let me test something. Even though it's gonna break my system for a minute. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go 1 block higher, but just to proof of concept it. Even if... Oh no, the length is 15 though. This is gonna be 1 short. I have to get rid of an ingredient for this to work, because 15 is the limit. 15 is the longest I can go. Well, you know what? I have spider eyes here, so... Yeah, get rid of spider eyes. No, because... The way I wanted... Because look, spider eyes are kind of a cheat anyway. I wouldn't need a weakness potion out of this. I could make something like that. I think it's okay to get rid of spider eyes, because when you need weakness, you need a lot of weakness, you know? And maybe I'll make a way where it can still make weakness. Or, yeah, it can still make weakness. Maybe I'll have a button here that also just sends... That might be what I do. I might dual channel this, if that makes any sense. But what this allows me to do is by having there be power here, you see my vision. The only thing is I have to make it go up 1 more. So, yeah, you'll see what I mean. But, which will be fine, because it'll give me more room to screw around with for these guys. So if I do this, what it's going to lead to is every single light is always going to be on. Or every single dropper is always going to be on. But... Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, wait, I can do this. It's okay. I can make it work still. I get rid of this redstone line. Okay, this is getting a little resource heavy, but this is a potion brewer, so I don't really know what I wanted. But if I have the potion brewers like this, first off, now you may be going, hey, they'll always be on, but they will deactivate. But you may be wondering why I'm having them upside down. Because what's going to happen now... Oh, that locks the hoppers. Wait a second. The reason I was going to have them down is because then I could take a repeater out of them and have them come back to these lights. Okay, forget the lights. The lights are my hindrance. I do not need. What this then allows me to do is off this block, I can put another repeater, basically. It's always going to be on. So I need to have a T flip-flop at the end of this. Oh no, I can't always be on. I can do this. Just about to get real complicated, but no, it won't. So now what's gonna happen is no matter what button I press, if I press, say, this button, it's gonna activate that redstone line. And then what it does is by activating the redstone line, I can then have a repeater here. So what it will do is check if any of these are flicked down. So if it is, it'll send it with it. So let's just say I wanted to do a swiftness potion. So so I'll have this flick down. I'll then have something that activates that it wants one of those plus something else. And then I'll click sugar, so it'll send a sugar it'll send a spider eye, and it will send a gunpowder, right? So let's just, what's the most trifecta thing I can do? Actually, I believe sugar, or slowness 2 tipped arrow, right? Well, okay. Slowness 2 lingering potion. I guess time doesn't really matter. Oh, no, it does matter. Yeah. No, I don't want Turtle Master. Yeah, so it does matter. Oh, there is no lingering potion for slowness 2. Okay, whatever, though. You get my point. This works. This is working. Okay, either way, whatever. We can worry about that part later. Let's get this added. So I need something to come out of this that's per item that will then close a circuit. But the circuit has to still work. Okay, wait. Actually, this makes complete sense. So, give me a sticky piston. This is very simple, I believe. So, let's just say I want all of these on. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to have them all on for simplicity. But sticky piston. This might be a sticky piston with a redstone block on it. But I'll have the hopper line continue, because they'd all have to be added after anyway, so it's no biggie. What will happen is there will be this circuit up here. And it will just run like so, right? It's just going to be regular extension. What does this push up, though, that possibly... I might need to make this go 1 block up, which is fine. I can just have a target block. Right, a target block's not going to activate the other one to the side, right? But if I do this, yeah, okay. This will make life work. And then let's just say I put another sticky piston here. Okay, good. So, just to test again. Okay, that works. Perfect. I'm sure there's an easier way to do that, but whatever. So I need... What's something that's going to detect and take? Nothing. Nothing does. Okay, well, you know what? I'm beating around the bush because I just don't like how clunky it is, but there is really a solution. It's simple. I'm just beating around the bush. It'll just push it into place, so that way when this line gets triggered, these get triggered. And then it only triggers the one that are up. Okay, there wouldn't normally be power going through, but imagine no power, and then, yeah, so. It actually stops you from adding one after you've started the system, so that's the only flaw. But this does work. It's not as pretty as I wanted it to be, but if I really care, I could flip it to the other side, which I might do. Again, we will worry about it later. I will do a prettified version that has lights and stuff. But other than that, I think it's done. I think I did it. The only issue is I might have to move the chest down, but for ease of life... Well, I want blaze powder to go into it automatically. Well, you know what? No. A stack of... Putting in blaze powder manually, I think is also okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Then I get to have a chest for water bottles and a chest for blaze powder. Okay, so I know what I need to do there. I really don't want to do it, but I know what I need to do. It's a little too easy. So basically, at the end of this line, let's fix this first, because I know what I did wrong. It's a very easy solution to get the nether wart to fix, but I have to move all this forward 1. So we're just going to do this. And then at the very end of this line, we're going to add 2 blocks here. Then add our nether warts back in here. That way, it always adds nether warts last. That's my solution, is really just that. Kind of makes restocking them a little annoying, but that's... gonna have to be what it does. This is supposed to be as much of a hands-free machine as possible, so I think having the nether warts be at the very end will win. So, what this does is it makes it so it only powers 1 block. That's it. Just as an example, by having this go into the block, it will only just... So what I did wrong, I had this happen earlier too, and maybe I bothered to explain it. But just so you guys know, what I did wrong is by having this go directly into the block, as you see here, only 1 activates when it's through a block. But if I did it like this, all 3 would activate because of quasi-connectivity. But by having a block buffer here, it only makes 1 activate. So what happened when I powered the farm is, because redstone was powered, it sent out it didn't send out 2 pieces of gunpowder, but it sent out a glowstone because I powered that hopper, or powered that dropper. So by doing this, it lets me have them all, and it's powered. And then, just to top this farm off, at the very end, it is going to just drop a... just gonna do that. It's just gonna drop a nether wart. So, no matter what I have selected, the last thing that activates is nether wart. So again, we're just gonna try straight again. It does always have to be primed, which is kind of an issue, but by doing what I did, it should be fine. So now that everything's ready, we're going to fill this back up like nothing ever happened. And then we are going to press magma cream. And this time, genuinely, I don't see an issue with this. Okay, the nether wart is brewing because backup made it. Only, okay, why did everything show up again? What? Wait, how did the fermented spider eye even show up? Oh my god, because I'm stupid. I left these up while I was explaining myself. That was a not good mistake on my end. That was my fault. So I'm gonna give this one more try. Third time's a charm. No bottle shall go through, right? All 3 will stay here. I'm watching you. All 3 stayed? All 3 stayed? Okay, the only reason it needed that extra tick was because of the hopper transfer, but it doesn't need it this time because it's going right into the chest. So, as long as everything's in the right order, which it is, I think we did it. Hell yeah. I made a potion brewer. Oh my god. I didn't know I could do that. That was also way easier than I thought it was going to be. I know I could have a more complicated machine, but I would happily give up weakness 1 potion to have every other type of potion, though. Especially the new stuff. If the new stuff wasn't here, I would make weakness work. I'd find some way to make it its own button, maybe. No, because I have to prime it, so I can't. It's okay, though. It's okay, though. Wish the priming. I'll take it. I'll give up weakness. It annoys me, but other than that, the route I have to take is a timer, which I could do. I could do like a 5-minute timer, but the only issue is I don't want to do that. What I might do is you know what, I am going to do this. So I'm going to make the prettified version right now, right? It's going to have a faceplate. I'm going to move around the redstone, so that way there's not stuff peeking out over here. And I'm going to find a way to have those storage lights that I want, if possible. I think it should be possible. If not, oh well. But I will also have it include a machine for weakness potions. Because again, when you want weakness potions, you want it in this quantity, right? Single player world, you're using it for villagers. Multiplayer world, you're throwing them at other players. You want a large quantity. So that's what I think I'm going to do. So let me make the prettified version, which I'm just going to time-lapse for you guys. Because I want you to see it. It'll be pretty cool. And then I'll do a full dive on the redstone in the prettified version. But it's not going to be much bigger than this, you know. And I should have used different redstone to denote these circuits, but they're really simple, actually. I really made this a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. But again, I'll give you the full dive with the prettified version. So, yip, 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 yay! Okay, welcome back everybody. So I spent genuinely way too long designing this, but I got a cool little brick building going on here. I wasn't able to have the lights like I wanted, but whatever. I think I could still make it work, but I think I'd rather have a nice contained little building than have the lights all at once. But I still did include a light, which I'll show you when I actually show you the machine working, which just turns on saying you pressed a button, things are happening in the background. So at least you get some indication stuff's going on. But I also left the roof off it just to show you guys the inside. And I even denoted the color stripes, because so you can tell the system apart. So there's 3 distinct systems in here. One is just the light. I just did yellow. The reason these are slabs is so they don't lock the hopper. And then you have light blue over here, which is the same system as before over here. It's basically the same thing. I just moved where these drop down, so that way you could, like if you wanted, you could put comparators going out here that loop back for lights. Again, I just didn't want to make it that tall. It's already quite tall, but you totally could do that if you wanted to. And it would literally just be a comparator line. Like, that's the only reason I didn't include it, is because it's the simplest thing here, and that's counting all of this going on. I did the same thing for every other dispenser, or dropper, not dispenser, just so that it's all equal, so it's all easy to connect up. But other than that, the systems are pretty much the same as they are. I had to, again, modify a few things because they're up higher, and I wanted to put a little gap here just so nothing flies out. It's very unlikely because it's one block, and if I really cared, I could put some packed snow or something in there that doesn't let the items move around, but the wall works just as well. So, this is pretty basic. It's just, instead of using target blocks, I switched to redstone torches, so it's a little less expensive, because I feel like two redstone torches are less expensive than one target block. I think so, because target blocks are wheat. I guess it's still cheaper because it was surrounded by redstone. Either way, point is, torches are cheaper and gave me an extra block of verticality, which is what I need. Well, 2 extra blocks of verticality, which is what I needed to make this work. But all I do is when you flick a lever, it basically has these complete a circuit. As you can see, it goes up, and then when a redstone power goes through here, it completes the circuit. And I already have a test one I'm going to show you guys to show the whole system working again. That uses everything but glowstone, because you just can't use all 5 in one recipe, to my knowledge. And the only issue, which is just because of the way I designed this, is there's not really a way in to replace everything. But I feel like you could just break in if you really had to. I'm going to be honest, because of weakness not being in here, which I forgot the weakness machine, oh god, but I'll do that next, I guess, oops. But because it's so simple, or because it's per one, honestly, just filling these all up once, I mean, there are things in here that you're not going to get a ton of, like rabbit's feet, and cobwebs, which you just aren't going to have that much of. Same thing on breeze rods. But everything else, you should be able to realistically get at least 9 stacks of pretty easily through some other farm. Maybe another one on that might be pufferfish but you'll have farms for the rest of the stuff, so you'll be able to get it. Turtle Master potions are in here, which you only have 9 of. But again, by not adding the roof, there is a ton more verticality you could do. You could have chests of stuff lined up if you wanted to. I just made it simple for the video. But yeah, so I would explain it if I could, but it's really just cascading torches, activating stuff. So just to show you it works, I am going to do a potion of slowness using sugar to make a speed potion, and then turning it into a potion of slowness, increasing the time, and then making it a lingering potion to use as many things as possible. You press that button, you see that activated, it stays on for a sec, then goes off, and then eventually something will catch up, and it will fill up slowly. So I'll be back with you guys when it brews. I mean, you've seen this 13 times, this video already. Okay, ta-da for real, and it refilled. Yippee. Slowness, lingering potions. Yay! Okay, but now with that done, I'm gonna move on to the quick little weakness potion brewer that was supposed to be partnered with this. That's, yeah. Okay, so I left the roof off of this one as well, just so I can show you, but I'm not going to go as in-depth on this one because it is quite literally just Impulse's design, but slightly modified to allow for a 2-layer system. So you do the same, it is on the go, but just to stop it real quick, you do exactly what you normally do. You prime it with the fermented spider eye, and then, oh my god. You prime it with the fermented spider eye just instead of priming it with nether wart, and then it will work just the same. It'll start brewing it into a weakness potion. I thought I was a little longer. There you go. And then it'll make it a splash potion, and then it takes it all away. It would put in 3 new bottles, and then it starts again. And you can't really see in here because I covered everything up, but like I said, it is literally just Impulses. I'll put the video, the 9-year-old video in my description. It's there. 6-year-old, maybe I might be overstating that. But that is literally just someone else's design. So, yeah. But this is it. So I'm very happy with how these came out, especially this. I did not expect this to be that easy. And I'm really happy that I was able to make a potion brewer just because I wanted to and I needed a potion brewer. And yeah, so I wish I had more to say about it, but I'm actually just proud of it. Like, this has been one of those things that has eluded me, even though I've built it before, just because it's so complicated. And this one's not as nice as the other one that I showed earlier, which again, I'll still try to find the design for. I still don't know who it was, but this is not as nice, it's not as quality, but I think it still gets the job done, and you can have all the features you want if it just gets a little clunkier, which I don't want to do. So, with that, though, I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. And I don't know. I'm happy. I'm proud. Look at this. Boom. I made a potion brewer. I didn't think that was one of the things I thought would stay outside of my lane of expertise, but nope, I did it. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and bye-bye! I did it!